the falling wedge pattern. And this is actually a special type of pattern. Why? Well, as you can see, this pattern can act both as a reversal, but also as a continuation pattern. And the direction here is bullish. So the pattern can appear after a downtrend and reverse the price to the upside, but the pattern can also appear after an uptrend and continue the price towards the upside. To identify the falling wedge, what you're looking out for here is that you want to see both lower highs and you also want to see lower lows. But the slope here of the highs should be steeper compared to the slope here of the lows. So the pattern here will get tighter and tighter. And this is true for both the reversal, but also true for the continuation pattern. So now let's take a look at the falling wedge strategy. And later on in this video, I will also show you guys the reversal version. But for now, let's focus on the continuation version. So as you can see in this example, we had a nice movement towards the upside. And then the price started to print both lower highs, but also lower lows. But what you can see on this pattern is that the upper line is more steep compared to the lower line. And this is exactly what we're looking out for. The most common entry for this pattern is when the price breaks above the upper line. And what we want to see on this entry candle is that we want to see a strong momentum candle. And this right here is pretty much a perfect example. As you can see, the candle where the price broke out is much longer, especially the real body. So especially the sort of wide part of the candle is much larger compared to the candles here inside the wedge. And this is what we want to see. So the entry point here, the most common one, is to enter at the candle close of the breakout. So you enter right there. The stop loss is usually set below the lowest part of the wedge. Or in other words, you set it below this part right here. You can see the price wicked a bit below the lower line. And as for your target level, you have two main methods. One of the methods we have talked about before, and that is to use the measured move. So you measure the impulsive move like we did right here, and you take this measurement and you measure from the lowest part of the wedge. And using this method, your target would be up here. But as with most patterns, you can also use a risk to reward ratio, and our rule of thumb here is to use a risk to reward ratio of 2, so twice as large as the part between the stop loss and the entry. And this would make your target level somewhere up here, pretty much outside this example, outside the picture, but a bit higher compared to the measured move. However, guys, we do have another entry as well. And as you know from the previous patterns, one entry point that I like for most patterns is to enter here at the support. So you could also enter on this candle right here. But for the falling wedge pattern, for this pattern specifically, I personally actually prefer to enter here on the breakout, but some traders find success entering on the test of the support. And what you preferably want to see if you use this type of entry is once again that you want to see the price sort of just slightly dip below the support and then quickly push above. You can see in this example, we actually had a specific type of candle. This right here is a bullish hammer. And when you see a bullish hammer dipping just slightly below support and then pushing above, this can be a good entry. So for this entry point, you would enter right here at the candle close of the hammer. Your stop loss, once again, it will be the same as the other strategy. You set your stop loss below the hammer. But one good thing about this entry point is that you enter before the breakout, and this can allow you to take quick profits. So for example, using a risk to reward ratio of 2, your target level would be right here. And as you can see in this example, you would have gotten some really quick profits because the first candle after the candle you entered already hit your profit target. Alright, so this video was actually just a very short clip from our full chart patterns trading course here on the channel. To watch the full course, simply click or tap on the screen right here. I hope I will see you all over there very, very soon.